10 seconds remaining.
I should have seen that one coming.
Liquid's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. EHOME's turn to ban.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and
Liquid's
welcome back
turn
to
to
some
pick.
more action here at the TI6 group stages. We've got EHOME
EHOME's
versus
turn
Team
to
Liquid
pick.
on this stream. This is going to be quite a series indeed. I'm ODPixel, I'm joined by Draskell for this one. The picks and bans underway. EHOME, I'm sure they were informed that Jarax is a bit of a mastermind on that Oracle. They take that away. Drow, the meta
10
pick, that's
seconds
gone.
remaining.
Also, Liquid in response. They don't want EHOME doing what they do with the
5
Warlock.
seconds
It's
remaining.
obviously a very, very specifically tailored ban against EHOME's lineup.
Reserve
But
time.
understandable why they'd be scared of it. Is it really that ferocious when EHOME get their hands on it?
I mean, I know that EHOME play it, but I would expect something like that maybe against Wings. Because Wings were the ones, I think, who brought the Warlock to competitive play and actually made it work. Maybe more so than EHOME, in my opinion. But, you know, Liquid have a plan, clearly. They take out the Nyx. It makes more sense when you see the Batrider as a first pick. Because Nyx is the worst thing to play against as a Batrider. Outside of
10
maybe,
seconds
you know,
remaining.
Beast and Night Stalker and stuff like that. Any vision control hero can be a nuisance for him as well.
5
But
seconds remaining.
you know, opening here from EHOME, not giving too much away, just taking the Ogre, taking the Mirana. Pretty
Reserve
standard
time.
stuff from them so far. It looks like Liquid are going to play a similar
EHOME's
strategy that we just saw
turn
them
to
play
bat.
against Newbie in game number 1.
And it worked out very, very nicely, of course.
Yep, the
For
Bounty
those
Bat
that
Rider.
missed that game. It was
Actually,
very
I believe
effective.
they third-picked Bounty in that game.
Oh, they did because they had Oracle first pick.
Yes, Oracle
Yeah.
Bat was their opening.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, and it's going to
10
give EHOME time to
seconds
decide, hey,
remaining.
do we want to get rid of the Oracle? Do we want to disband cores instead, as Matuma Man's
EHOME's
Morphling is going to be
turn to
taken out
bat.
here?
Uh-huh.
And understandably so.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it indeed was part of the lineup that Liquid had when they did this draft in Game 1 against Newbie just now. So, EHOME indeed just making sure that a repeat performance isn't going to be exactly what Liquid are able to pull off here.
10 seconds
Following
remaining.
through with the Batrider and the Bounty Hunter. There is still the Fada Timbersaw,
5
which he
seconds
absolutely loves and has had some quiet performances on. Obviously, for those that
Reserve
missed
time.
it, Game 2 against Newbie, it was heavily punished.
They smoke ganked it like a million
They-
times. He just,
They just killed they just killed him over and over again.
yeah.
I didn't actually remember how many times he died by the end of the game, but it wasn't. It was not a game where you felt the effects of the Timbersaw really at all.
But to be honest, it could have been any hero that game, and
Yes.
it would have felt similar. Because there was a point where he had
Liquid's
wards
turn
pretty
to
much
bat.
surrounding his lane, and then Newbie
EHOME's
just still
turn
managed to
to
smoke
pick.
gank him and kill him, so it was pretty unfortunate. But these bans from EHOME, very tailored around Matumba Man so far. He's taking out 3 of his heroes besides the Oracle. And obviously with the Shadow Demon ban out as well, it just makes the Batrider
10
that much
seconds
stronger. So now,
remaining.
the question is, what is the Batrider answer here
5
from EHOME?
seconds remaining.
I mean, there are still a couple of heroes left in the pool that have strong Dispel, but I don't
Reserve
know
time.
if EHOME are the kind of team who want to play like ABBA or LC or anything like that.
Venge is still there.
Yeah, Venge is there, but we're seeing a lot less Venge nowadays. Just because the other heroes with saves don't kill themselves by saving. And that's really the biggest thing that I think that puts Venge kind of a tier behind the others at this point.
Oh, they seem to run Legion.
I mean, I've seen Legion at least once. I don't know how many games in total, because obviously we cast, so we only get to see, you know, a handful of things at a time. But I did see at least
Liquid's
one
turn to
Legion
pick.
game. I do believe it lost. It was EG. It was the EG OG series.
Yeah,
and they were
Miracle
playing-
played it. Miracle
yeah.
played Legion. Yeah. And he lost. Yeah, you're right.
I know, there was actually 2 then, because Universe actually played it as well. And he played it against the Dusa,
10 seconds
and they
remaining.
lost that game as well.
Game losing hero.
5
Dude, that
seconds
hero's, I love that
remaining.
hero so much. I want to see it played more, but I know that it's very hard to fit into lineups nowadays. It has a
Reserve
very
time.
weird timing in the game, and a very odd power curve. Also snowball centric, which is like the weirdest combination of things you can have for a hero. But Anyway, EHOME, they're going to get their hands on the Phoenix. Nyx, obviously being one of the better natural counters to the hero, also taken out in the first two.
Ooh.
I haven't seen this in a while.
We're going to be treated to
Man, this seems really
a
strange.
Rubik. I like this.
Like, picking a Rubik into Ogre Magi and Phoenix, I feel like those supports are just way better in the laning phase. Like, it's not even comparable.
10
If an Ogre is
seconds
running at you, and he has a Windlace and an Orb of Venom, and you're this Rubik,
5 seconds
and
remaining.
you get, you know, Ignite thrown on you, what are you gonna do? Like, he has 8 armor, Owen.
Reserve time.
8 armor.
I mean, it's definitely, as you said, we've not watched all the games, but Rubik, probably the first time we've seen him in the group stages so far.
Personally, it's the first time I've seen him.
I have not seen any of the games where he's been in, but obviously there's a lot of games going on. Yeah, Rubik indeed for Liquid. Okay, EHOME now with their 4th pick.
Faceless Void.
They're looking for a couple of cores. It's going to be
Oh, you
the
know what?
Void.
This is an Ursa
Turn
game.
to pick.
I'm kind of feeling that Ursa here for Liquid. I mean, they could go back for something else, like maybe AM or something like that, but I feel like Ursa is super good against Phoenix. You know, there is a little bit of lockdown, but once you get BKB, you're pretty much good to go. Like, there's only one physical
10
damage threat
seconds
right now on the
remaining.
team, and that's the Void.
And I imagine that is that going to be the
5
carry Void,
seconds
or could it still be offlane
It-
for EHOME?
It could still be offlane. I'm kind
they
of
could
leaning
run it
more.
both,
I'm
yeah.
leaning more towards core, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
leaning more towards core, but yeah, you can still change it up.
Yeah, and of course, noting as well that they do have that combo, the Phoenix Void, that used to be the thing to go for in
EHOME's turn to
Liquid.
ban.
Oh, as we said, we actually said in the draft against Newbie, you know, that the Chinese teams are definitely the ones that are more happy to dabble into the Naga picks, but Liquid getting it up against EHOME themselves. This is, it's a
10
bit of a
seconds
change of
remaining.
pace for Matu, you know, picking up the Naga.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm not entirely sold that it's Matumba
I was,
Mensa.
is there a chance that it's going to be Fada playing it?
Okay, so if we assume that it's
And Mind Control still plays the. I mean, there's Mind Control doesn't play Naga, does he? And a
no,
KP style.
Mind Control played bat.
Yeah.
That's my.
There's no chance it's Fada Bat and they do something even different.
I don't think so.
Nah.
I think it's either just safe lane or mid Naga. The thing is, they don't have last pick, so they won't be able to counter pick the mid of EHOME. It'll be the other way around. But either way, they can fit it in either lane. Like, it can go mid, it can go safe. It doesn't really matter. I just don't know if it's a hero that
10
Matumba Man plays that
seconds
much.
remaining.
Like, when I think of Matumba Man, I don't think of him as a Naga
Liquid's
player.
turn
You
to
know what I
ban.
mean?
I mean, EHOME, they're seeing it as a Matu hero. They've banned out the Viper from Fada. And
Okay,
it is indeed, yes, it is Matu.
EHOME's
Yeah,
turn
playing
to
the
pick.
Naga.
I'm really liking Team Liquid's draft, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the Rubik and I was kind of skeptical because the laning supports of EHOME just seem to be super strong. And this has to just be a reaction to the last picks that Liquid take. Because now they're pretty much forcing it into a situation where the Void's going to have to be... You know, it could be a 2-1-2, for example. Like, they could put the Faceless Void bottom with the Ogre or with the Phoenix, and you're like, naturally going to pressure that lane. Because Rubik and Bounty Hunter... You remember in the first game when Newbie were playing against Liquid, and they had, like, a similar feeling where the lane supports just weren't quite as strong as what Newbies were? And then they were forced to sit there and, like, just punch people in lane. It's a very similar feeling to that. But yeah, this is the first time I've personally seen Matumba Man on the hero. Not to say he's never played it, but it'll be very interesting. It's obviously good against what EHOME have. The Chronosphere comes out, you just go ahead and pop the song and you just disengage.
10
You can reset
seconds
for
remaining.
things like Death Prophet Ultimate. And because you have that track speed with the
5
Death Prophet,
seconds remaining.
you are running down anyone. Doesn't matter who it is.
But at the same time, looking at the heroes they've got, in terms of damage, it's Liquid are going to need to take it late, or they're going to be very reliant on fighting around
Prepare
Fada's
for
ultimate.
battle.
Yeah, it's cooldown reliant for sure. You're definitely going to want to fight around the Exorcism. Having the use of the Naga Siren song is going to be nice as well. But EHOME have to play a bit of a faster paced game. Like, Terrorblade can kill towers very fast. Sure, he's going to be pretty solid during the late game. But the problem that they're going to run into is, unless this old chicken Mirana just goes ham, they're going to have wave clear issues.
Because of course, Mind Control doing what we saw him do earlier. This is pretty much what he does every game by the looks of it on the bat, regardless of the side of the map that he's on. Just comes and gets the ward down, and will of course continue to just cut the creep wave as soon as it spawns on the first entrance to the lane.
It's pretty difficult to stop this because
Yep.
worst case scenario, you know, Firefly lasts for 18 seconds. So in that time, you can walk all the way down to
30
any
seconds to
ramp,
battle.
and you could just walk up and down the hill, and they can't kill you, right? So it's very hard to punish unless you have a lot of disable.
And lane-wise, I guess it does look like we are just going to see safe lane tri-lanes. There's going to be no aggressive action this match.
Oh, I don't think so.
No.
Maybe a dual lane from EHOME if they feel like the safe lane is not really being contested that much. And given the fact that it's going to be a Terrorblade,
The battle begins.
I think that he should be fine.
The prize is
As long as there's one
yours.
support around. Maybe they keep the Ogre top instead, and maybe they send Fenrir bottom at some point.
They do know that mind control's here, because I think Ice.
Oh, they're going to see him anyway. Like, he has to come and get the creep wave.
But you don't feel that they can do anything about him.
I mean,
They've got-
they're going to try.
Let's see what they can do here. Moving across, yeah,
Oh,
they've skilled the Q on Ice, so they're going to have this one in the bag. Verify comes out, it's not going to be enough to save his ass, and Ice. He'll have himself the first blood. Ready there for the mind control strat home, and they'll take him down.
Man, they actually did so much damage. He even started with a ring of protection as well, so it's not like he came to lane with greedy items or anything. He just got blasted. So that is a really bad start. Pretty much means that creep wave, you know, it's actually going to be in reach of experience. So I guess the death itself doesn't really... It doesn't stop him from getting the EXP, which is the big thing that he needs.
It does, of course, give Ice. That's that nice little cash bonus to kick the game off with. Elsewhere, bottom lane, Old 11 and Timberman. Just going at a head-to-head. Old Lanham is indeed going to be around backing up the Void. Putting on the pressure for Liquid, making sure that Kuroki and Jarex have to be always in the neighborhood in case anything gets too scary for Matu on his Nagasaran, at least before he hits that level 6. The mid lane matchup, Fodder versus Old Chicken's Mirana, 7 for 2, Death Prophet,
That
4
is
for
ours.
0 on Old Chicken. And is this a matchup that we will expect to see Fodder contain and keep himself ahead of?
I would imagine so. He has a really efficient mana cost nuke, and he can just spam non-stop. Very low cooldown. Gets the bottle, can just continue spamming. Soul Siphon's really strong in lane. Or Spirit Siphon, excuse me. But yeah, I think that he'll probably stay ahead. Plus the base damage of Mirana is not very impressive, to say the least.
That's what we can see. Old Chicken, just the harassment that he's taking. Has to be careful. Fodder certainly maintaining control of this lane. And in terms of EHOME's lineup as well, is there any way that they can help out the mid, or do they have to just kind of bite the bullet and let this be at the moment?
They don't really have the best heroes for ganking. They're very reliant on the arrow landing on Fata or something like that. But the problem with arrowing when you're laning against the hero is that you need to make like a rotation for a rune and then throw an arrow towards the lane and hope that it hits. Otherwise, it's just way too easy to see and you can just dodge it. So yeah, it's pretty tough actually to kill Fata in this situation, which is a nice change of pace because the last series he was dying a lot.
Bottom lane, we can see Liquid trying to get into position to play around Old 11. Still holding on to the Time Walk, of course, so it's going to be a hard kill for them to get. Back up from Old Lanham. There we have with the lift, lifting him back. Time Walk now forward. Only follow-up control, and Old 11 will be able to escape. So nonetheless, Liquid applying the pressure, allowing Matumberman to get the farm that he needs. 13 for 0. Quite, of course, on the same level as Ice. But understandably, it's just mind control up on the bat. Trying to slow down the farm with the Terrorblade, and Fenrir has been causing some issues for mind control. Keeps coming across, coming along, and forcing the bat to back up on this lane.
But everything's pretty much going how we expected. The Terrorblade's more or less free farming. DP is winning mid by double of what Old Chicken is able to get right now.
Spoiled that shot.
Kuro may be looking for the courier here, but unfortunately he's not going to find it.
As well, infuse range drops out on the way to Old Chicken in top lane. Bit of a go being made by Fenrir and Ice. They're diving deep, looking for mind control. Don't have quite enough damage. In fact, Fenrir could have got himself in a bit of a spot above. He's trapped in by the creeps. A couple of stacks of sticky napalm, but yeah, indeed, the health and mind control is going to mean he can't chase it down.
He can't. Oh, he needs a tower to hit. Okay, there we go.
He's a-okay.
Radiant's top tower
And only
is
just
under attack.
God, that
mind
was
control.
close.
Oh, Old Lanham. He's looking for the cleanup. Oh, ignite. Here we go. Mind control. He's actually going to survive the damage, and the TP reaction's all right. Fada wants to turn this around.
Oh my
He's coming with an
God.
arcane room, mind control. He stays alive. He's taunting old Vladimir. I want this kill so bad, says the Ogre, but he's not going to get it.
Oh
Radiant
my
structures
god.
are
Oh.
fortified.
That was sick. That was actually sick.
All right.
Living life on the edge.
Liquid ready to offer a helping hand for
Radiant's
each
middle
other.
tower is under attack.
Mind control won't be left alone on the top lane, and yeah, Fada's presence and enabling him to get that kill, making use of that arcane rune.
I think the side of EHOME are going to need some ankle wraps after that one. The start so far, pretty even. Everyone's just trading farm at the moment. Obviously, EHOME want to play a little bit of a fast-paced game. Gonna spot Kuroki.
Sentry's down. Oh, but here we have jumping in onto Fenrir. Jarax's presence has the telekinesis onto Ice. He's out of mana. A mind control starting to stack up the sticky napalm and chase it down with a Firefly. Looking to get the kill, but old Lanham TP's in. Backup is there. Will just end up as the bounty for the Phoenix trade. The Fenrir 4 Kuroki crossover. Still continues to be even trades at the moment. Farm-wise, certainly still edging in terms of the two main cores favouring Liquid, but the offlaners, that's where the story's a little bit different. Mind Control really hasn't found CS at all on this lane. 5 for 0 against, of course, what we're seeing down on Old 11's Void, where he's sitting on 26 for 9.
There is kind of this point in the game where having the Chronosphere available and having Terrorblade and whatnot, EHOME will just be able to fight, because that control is going to allow Ice to deal the damage that he needs to in order to find kills. So
Dire's
EHOME do
courier
have some
has
kind of
been
flexibility.
killed.
Wow, Curl behind enemy lines, finding the courier here, behind a tier 2 top. Very, very nice pick, and well, Chicken in the meantime, good for a kill.
He's very tempted for that, but he doesn't want to leap in. He knows that Fada's around in the neighborhood top lane. Mind control, trying to take what he can from these creeps that old Lanham and Ice are playing with. Looking to position himself in old Chicken with this invis.
Bottom, a Tumba man! Oh!
Old 11 gets it done. The Chronox expended and they get themselves that big kill.
It's actually kind of surprising they managed to get that. I want to say he was not on full HP when they dropped the Chrono, because otherwise,
Radiant's
it's like
bottom tower is
almost
under
no
attack.
way you get that kill.
Looks on the mid lane as well. Kuroki is in position behind old Chicken if Fada wants to make a go. Has of course got the ghost available, and here we have it. There's a leap though, so it's a very hard kill to go for. So Chicken gets himself away. Meanwhile, top lane, that's where the potential kill is going to be as EHOME move in hard onto Mind Control, trying to Firefly and very far his way out, but there's not enough fire.
He's alright.
Camera's good, he's golden, but EHOME still 4 for 2. Finding themselves a couple of kills across the map, and this time Liquid getting nothing in return.
Dire's middle tower is under
Jax is
attack.
heading up. Oh,
He
it's
just got
the
the ward.
easiest fade fault of his life.
Dire's structures are
Oh
fortified.
my, that's gotta be, well, at least they know there's a ward there now.
Mid lane.
Chicken.
He still has a leap available. TP reaction coming in from Old Lanham. They'll protect the tower at the least. Fada and Kuroki will be forced back. Top lane. Ice looking at Jarax. Jarax putting him back with the telekinesis and mind control there to slow down the Terrorblade, making sure that Jarax will be A-okay. He's coming back across though. Ice. He'd love to try and finish that off, but the Metamorphosis has run out. Can't quite do it himself. Maybe with Old Chicken coming in with this rotation, they can find something. Arrow. Oh!
That was a pucker moment
That
right
was
there.
close.
You know, it's one of those things where he could go for the all-in, you know, just like leap and go for the Starstorm, but might have ended up dying to Mind Control if he did that.
Wow.
But it's a very back-and-forth game.
I really am, much more so than the series that we just had between Liquid and Newbie, where in each game there was definitely a team of control of the earlier stages, but this is very close.
The one thing that you can look to for EHOME and say, okay, we're definitely getting a bit ahead, is just the fact that they're getting a lot more out of their offlane right now than what Liquid are getting. So you compare the 19 CS to the 51 of Old 11. He also contributed in killing the Naga Siren in the safe lane.
Yeah, he's having a great game, the boy.
He's just owning.
He's essentially, as you say, you know, he's carrying just as much as the Terrorblade is at this point.
I mean, he's out farming the Terrorblade. That's how you know you're having a good game. You just start taunting your safe laner and saying, I got more CS than you.
And look, they might even find themselves a kill. Old Levin jumping in with the help of Old Lanham. There's a lot of TPs coming in. He pops out the Chrono, looking to finish off Jerax. He will be able to do it, but they'll probably pay with their lives here. Old Lanham goes down. Old Levin trying to get himself out with the time walk. He'll have another one in a couple of seconds. Is the damage enough from Fun? No, it's not.
He doesn't have mana for lasso. He's got a lot of sticky stacks though.
That's incredible amount of sticky stacks, but he's got another time walk. And you can't dive any deeper. Old Levin gets away with it. So they may have lost Old Lanham, but still, it's a kill that the Void is involved in, and unable to punish him, Liquid.
There's a lot of movement around the map that Liquid have done thus far that just hasn't really resulted in a whole heck of a lot. And I guess a lot of that's attributed to the fact that Kuro's not 6. We talked heavily about how important it is for track to become available just for their chasing potential and utilizing exorcism in a way other than just being able to kill buildings. And Kuro, it is dead. Absolutely, very dead.
Well, Chicken with the rotation. That's going to give EHOME the space to probably take this out. They have 4 heroes up on the top lane. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Fun and Jerax maybe going to look to try and take the tier 1 in return, and they're in deep with them. They pop the exorcism. Old Chicken comes in with the TP. Femra is there as well.
Radiant's top tower has
Looks
fallen.
like they'll be unable to stop this one. They do, of course, finish off the tier 1 top. Can they get themselves a deny? Not going to be the case. Vada takes a tower in return. Tier 1 for tier 1 trade across the map. But still standing strong. Nice. He's looking for more. There'll be TPs coming in. Kuroki getting the slow off onto the Terror Blade. See if they can actually chase this one down. Fada very low on the mana. Has 3 bottle charges though. Nice. Popping up the Q, trying to slow them down. But Fada gets off the initial siphon. They'll continue to chase. There is a Sunder available, and Ice has backup. Old Lanham again with the dust onto Kuroki. Look to chase him down. Fire Blast. Nice trying to come in close. Has the Sunder. There it is. Fada. He's got it back. Has to be careful. It's Liquid juggling very low life points here at the moment up top, and Ice and Old Lanham, they know it. They aren't going to be able to find the finishing touches, and Liquid do simply back off. At the same time though, bottom lane, Old 11, with the help of Famrit, finding the ability to try and take down this tier 1, and they know that mind control's around here in the tree line, and this, a very key point for the man. He's got 1900 gold, looking for that Blink Dagger timing, and with the Chrono, this is going to be painful. They're going to look to find the kill, and they'll take it. Goodbye, a good 200 gold there. Knocking back that Blink Dagger timing, that's got to hurt.
At this point, I'm pretty sure Old 11 is going to have his Lincolns before the Blink Dagger comes out on the bat. That is not a good thing if you're Liquid. That's just putting so much more emphasis on the Naga Siren of Matumba Man, just getting more farm and trying to contribute by getting the Radiance as fast as humanly possible. Because when these tier 1s die, and then EHOME have this Old 11 Void who's just gotten so much out of his lane, having to worry about Chrono, the Phoenix also having a good game, like Fenrir has just been all over the place, throwing out lasers. It's like EHOME are playing a very solid early game here.
Matumba Man's progression towards the Relic, it's starting to reach its final bounds. He's on the 3k point at this moment. And obviously, as we saw, EHOME able to slow down the mind control, but if they could slow down the Naga Siren, that would be even greater news for them. Notification comes out, Liquid sending towards the bottom both Jerax and mind control to help out Kuroki on the defense. Of course, no Chronosphere for 60 seconds. We'll see if they're able to do anything with this one. Telekinesis into a lasso could set up for a potential attempt on a kill, but Old Lanham and Fimra are there. They've got the heal coming in onto Old 11. He's going to get the chance to time walk out. Fada's moving in with the Ghost. They need to find the kills. Can they finish off the Void? Supernova's there, but it doesn't matter. Jerax telekinesis. Super zips out, whatever the Fate Bolt's called. That's the word. You get the kill, Liquid. For something else, and they're gonna find it. Tracks just come online for Kuroki, pops it onto Old Chicken. So low. It's a track kill. Lose the bat in return though, as Fenrir burns him down with the laser. And again, that of course is gonna put another stop in mind control's Blink Dagger timing. It's certainly not his day. Nice uses the space up top to claim another tier 2. More money to the pocket of the Terror Blade.
I mean, that was 2 track kills, so even with the tower loss, you can see that Liquid are walking away with some kind of net worth advantage there. So all things considered, it was good. They took down the Void. He actually decided to buy treads before. I don't know if he decided he didn't want Lincolns or if he wants to go a different build, but Old 11 He's made a little bit of a sidetrack here. And the rest of Liquid, they're showcasing the fact that their lineup is starting to come online. With the track on Kuro, Naga Siren Song's up, Matumba Man's got enough for his Relic right now, and hopefully Mind Control can get his Blink, because he's died a bunch, but he should be able to get to it now.
He's playing it safe here now. Straight to the jungle, no more messing around, no more reacting to EHOME's play. Just get yourself that Blink Dagger.
Radiant's middle tower is under
There's an
attack.
old 11 void around with a Chronosphere available though. And he's not really got the damage to take down the bat on his own. He would need a +1, especially with the bat having the backup from the Matumba Man on the sidelines. And Jared's coming across as well. Yeah, all 11 starting to back up. They could try for something here. Mind Control does have a lasso, and here we have it. Tracks down. They have the damage to do it, and they don't. Yeah, they can't bring down this void immediately. And with the Yule set up into the silence, that could provide enough. But the time warps there, the silence has been dodged. Oh, 11 turns around with the Chrono, trying to go back in. Fenrir is there as well, does have a Supernova available, but EHOME will just use the chance to disengage.
That was a very awkward skirmish, to say the least.
Yeah, missing that silence, or at least, well, the fact that old Lemon dodges it.
I mean, it's only a level 1 silence. It was not even a guarantee they would have gotten the kill. It would have been close, but I think with the amount of survivability the Void has right now, he may have been able to just live long enough to time walk regardless. But yeah, Blink Dagger now completed.
Oh, that's a team there, old Lanham. But he's tanky, not quite tanky enough. That will be another track kill for Liquid, so more money in their pockets. What's he been able to grab here, Jax? Oh, gets himself the Sunray. That's a decent spell. Oh, so they tell me. Top lane, Matumba Man setting up the Song of the Siren. Mind Control coming across. Doesn't have lasso. With the Yules. And now into the silence. And old Chicken will get beat down upon. And even though we're only 16 minutes in, it feels like we've seen Kuroki get a hell of a lot of track kills for the team.
Well, the thing is, he hit his 6, and then as soon as he hit level 6, a team fight broke out, and they get 2 track kills. Then they get another pick, and that's a track kill.
Jax versus Fenrir. We'll see how it works out. Mind Control's turning up to make it unfair, and Fenrir gets the Supernova out.
Not worth it.
Yeah, it's not going to pay off.
That was not a good egg at all. He should have known that he was going to be dead there. Maybe he assumed that his fire spirits made contact with one of the heroes, in which case he might have been able to live. But just using the Supernova, it's still a fairly long cooldown. It's 110 seconds, so give or take 2 minutes, he's not going to have it available.
Oh, it's going to be the Shadow Blade for
okay,
old Lemon as well, before he finishes off the
casual
Lincolns.
Perseverance, yeah.
Oh.
No, I think it's still okay, because the Perseverance and building straight up into the Lincolns, it doesn't really give him like a power spike, right? But having the Shadow Blade for initiation and bonus damage does allow him to get kills that might otherwise be impossible.
And it's something that arguably Liquid aren't going to expect. They were swinging the Perseverance and not necessarily expecting a straight up Shadow Blade after it, so this really could catch them out. Right up to Matumba Man, but oh, he doesn't actually catch Jerax though. Jerax is going to be fine. He manages to steal and use time dilation, causing issues for EHOME. And now Bot is coming in with the ghost. The turnaround will be there. 1 track kill, looking for a second. Old Lanham, he wants it. Bot. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, there we have it. Finishes it off at the same time on the back lines. Liquid fighting around with Fenrir and Ice. They'll lose Jerax. What the hell is going on there? Fenrir silenced up tracks as well. They'll find another track kill. Liquid, a very messy engagement, but they do come out with a superior trade, and with these track kills, that is going to add up in terms of finance. Ice. Oh, okay, he'll try and take out Kuroki. Terrorblade, Metamorphosis packs a fair bit of a punch, making it a 3-for-3 trade.
Man, these fights are so messy.
Oh my goodness, let's have a look at what the stats say.
I mean, fortunately for Liquid, they're able to walk away from that and feel alright, just because they do have track.
Yeah, they come out about 700 gold ahead. It's not a lot though.
He's going to be solo dying here to the Void. Like, what's happening, Owen? Like, these heroes are just dying by themselves. Like, when Matumba Man dies to Fenrir on Phoenix because he doesn't have Song up, Old 11 misses a sphere on a hero that's literally standing 100 units away.
And now he comes back in.
He doesn't care, apparently. Just wants to battle. This is a very confusing game.
Oh, it is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I think
attack.
Old 11 didn't have any vision of the high ground, so maybe he was thinking that there would be more of Liquid's team coming from the high ground than having to worry about just one Rubik. But in reality, not spearing the Rubik prevented him from getting the kill and also forced him out of the fight. So that was just like the weirdest engagement I think I've seen throughout the entire tournament so far.
Kuroki really wants someone to come and help him kill all that. And here's the backup that he's asking for. Track kill? Yes, please. Kuroki is making so much money here for Liquid.
He's doing work for sure.
He really is. I mean, let's have a look at the overall net worth. We'll see if that's
It's like 1,000 gold
there.
difference from 1 kill.
Yeah.
That's bounty hunter, boys.
I really want to say that this was about the period that the bounty came online and got that tracks and Kuroki. Oh, has to be careful. That sentry did spot him out. Kuroki, bounty hunter becomes the hunted.
Your hopes fade tonight.
And we'll take him down, but 13 for 13, 20 minutes in. This is becoming quite the game as the action doesn't look to slow down anytime soon. It's old 11, moving in with the Shadow Blade, Chronosphere at the ready as well.
That's sentry.
Okay, can they dispose of this Void? Mind Control has got the lasso. They can give it a good shot. Jumps in now. Lasso onto the man. More than enough control for the rest of Liquid to beat down upon him. A perfect pick and the perfect sentry.
Those kind of picks just can't happen. Like the Void is one of the heroes on EHOME that you're looking to say, all right, this guy is getting a ton of farm, he's going to contribute to fights, we can fight around Chrono. But without the use of Chronosphere, Liquid can just walk into a tower with Exorcism and just kill it. You can't fight into this without the control of having the Void alive. So these picks are really, really bad for EHOME. I mean, sure, if they want to go to the later game stages, they definitely can. I mean, heck, Ice is going for Radiance. He's not going for the standard stat illusion build. So he's looking to split up the map a little bit more. A Liquid looking for an opportunity to jump here. They don't have lasso. And there is a lot of ward coverage here for both teams.
We'll head to the side and use a scan Liquid. See if they can maybe find a chance to jump in. Mind Control will have lasso back up in 10, but talking about being back up, old 11 is ready with a TP and a Chronosphere if the action does kick off up top. And in fact, he's already going to head over ready for him. Shadow Blading, TPing across. Let's see what he can catch out. Fada, look at the eyes on him first. The dust comes out, the reaction from Jarek. The control into the side of the track, and here we have it. Chasing down the Void, can they finish him off? Yes, they can. All 11's down, and now looking for more. Old Chicken jumps away into the tree line. The Supernova will be successful, allowing EHOME to pick up a second. Matumba Man burning them down low with the Radiance Illusions. Old Lanham, he's going to fall. Fenrir, he needs those illusions to die. He's falling low. They'll turn around, take it out. But oh man, Jerax is running all around them here. He gets the control onto Fenrir. Fenrir will drop. The soul from the Matumba Man saving himself only barely. Kuroki says 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker, and he gets it. A T1. Kuroki again with the track kills. Jerax with the plays, and Matumba Man with the balls of a gorilla.
He actually just made 2,000 gold from one. Look at Kuro's money. What is this game?
Oh man.
And you gotta give props to Jerax there because my god, the game sense. They didn't even have a sentry. He just does it. He's like, oh yeah, he's definitely here.
Talking about give a bash. There we have it.
Okay.
Congratulations, sir.
That's a fact.
Trail goes.
Top tower has fallen.
Oh.
Jesus, man. He just got a mech from one team fight. Like, hello? What's happening right now?
What?
Dear God. I mean, old 11, the poor guy, he just wants to go in. And every time he tries, he just gets blasted.
Yeah. He's nearly got his Battle Fury.
I mean, I don't know if Battle Fury is the item after watching what happens to him.
Oh man, this is some great play from Liquid indeed.
Does he actually need damage? That's my question. Does he need damage when he has a Terrorblade?
Oh. Here we go, EHOME with a bit of a smoky wokey. Old Chicken to lead the way. They have all ultimates available. Let's see what they can catch.
It's gonna be a death prophet.
I would certainly do the job. Is there any way that they can react to this Liquid? It doesn't seem to be the case.
Think, right? Or do they just go push lanes?
They want to push old Lanham into his grave. Jump it in from Mind Control. Lasso into Matumba Man's punches. They'll find a kill in return. So as you said, even though EHOME find a pick, maybe would have hoped for a Roshan attempt. Now that they've lost one in return, and maybe off the menu.
Well, they have Ice pushing down mid. With the completed Radiance, he's just going to start shoving lanes nonstop.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Jerax looking for either potentially a D-ward or a pickoff, but they do not have lasso.
Invisibility.
God, they are just chasing Ice right now, and what a rune to get, actually. Field Invis, just gonna walk it off.
And Croaky coming across
Radiant's
still.
middle tower is under attack.
And we're looking to see what's going on in the jungle. Eyes on to Ice. As he plants the wall, so they can keep track of this Terrorblade's progression.
I mean, Ice is still quite an easy kill. 1200 health is nothing. You can burn through that very quick. I mean, if they can kill a Void, they can kill a TB for sure.
And they want it, yeah, they're moving over for this. Look at this smoke, mind controlling Jerax. They want to try and croak in an attempt to bring down Ice, but Ice, he knows that something's up. He tries to move away, but mind control says no. Come back here, sir. Lasso into the silence. Ice has no escape, and Liquid beautifully coming across for that Terrorblade kill, and they want more. The Yule setup onto Old Lanham. Fada moving in, sucking the life and hopes out of the Ogre. Mind control will end up going down, but Liquid with the superior trade, 2 kills. 11, Shadowblade it up, Chronosphere up in 2. Let's see what he can do. Jerax and Kuroki holding each other's hands. Hold 11, jumps forward, there's the Chrono. Onto Fada, but the song in return. Oh, Chicken jumps in the Chrono. The double purple follows from Jerax, really catching off EHOME off guard. The silence to follow through from Fada, and they're moving in for Old Chicken as well. Liquid take a fourth, and Jerax. He's good.
So much money, dude. So much money for Liquid.
Is under attack.
Track is just insane if you're winning fights. It really is. I don't know what EHOME are supposed to do now. Like, Ice being dead before that fight started, like, sure, they might not be able to go high ground or anything on Liquid because they still need to be able to secure either a Roshan or wait for the next Exorcism at least. But these fights are just going so badly. The Chrono comes out, and then it gets immediately stolen. Plus, there was also a song, so the Chrono, in reality, as cool as it was to steal, it didn't do anything because the heroes were immune during it anyway. The fact is, it's just really, really hard for EHOME to take an engagement if the Chrono isn't just on point, because that's their only method of initiation. That's the only hero they have that can go in.
It really is. I mean, EHOME, of course, by no means, even though they are being put on the back foot, they have got the combo. You know, if they can land this Chrono into the Supernova. But as we've seen, they do need to catch out these key heroes from Liquid. There's so many of them that can cause these disruptive plays in the team fights and really put a stop to what EHOME are trying to do. I mean, Ice continues to find the farm on the Terrorblade, but he is behind Matumba Man's Naga.
I mean, not only is he behind, but we saw how easy it is for him to get bursted. Like, he doesn't have Manta yet. He can't break out of silence. I feel like that almost has to be either Manta or BKB next for him. Because otherwise, he's just going to keep getting just crowd controlled to death. And a Chrono might not be enough to save just because of how hard it is to utilize defensively. You have to like Chrono him so he's outside, but the rest of Liquid are inside, and that's really tough. But yeah, it looks like it will be the Manta. He purchases the recipe now. It's going to give him a bit more damage in the team fight. More or less, what EHOME need to have happen is they need to have a Chrono with like a laser inside of it and just TB hitting things. That's how they kill heroes.
Radiant's top tower is
Liquid
under attack.
in a position to kill towers. Tier 1, very low at the moment on the bottom lane. They want to go for this. EHOME are smoked up and are making a beeline straight towards
Dire's
Liquid.
bottom tower has fallen.
Both team with all ults available.
DD on ult 11 as well.
Take us.
And here we have the setup. Under the cover of moonlight.
Dire's bottom
Chrono
tower
available.
is under attack.
On 11 still being very careful about the way that he approaches the high ground here.
Radiant's middle tower is
No
under
one to
attack.
waltz straight into the hands of Liquid. They're smoked up themselves. Mind control leading the way under the cover of smoke. Can he get himself a jump? He's found Old 11, the perfect pick. Brings him in. The control, Old 11 falling on. Can they finish him off? No. Jumps across. Oh, the Chrono on top of the Chrono. Old 11, he doesn't know what's quite going on here. Jerax with the sidelines, submarine them down. The Supernovas come out. Fudder's on the BKB. But the Supernova Stone holding Fudder in place for the time being. They'll now continue to move in, trying to chase down EHOME, forcing them back into the base. Can they actually get any of the kills, though? It doesn't look like they can. EHOME are going to be fine for the time being. Now they're jumping back in. They've found Kuroki. Can they bring him down? He's forced back to safety. Will be all right. On to 4 yet. Looks like the fight will settle. EHOME turning to their base. Liquid backing off. But this is some high octane stuff, Andy.
Yes, the good thing is EHOME didn't lose anybody.
Oh, this would be such a big kill if they could get it, but already the TPs are coming in from EHOME. Old 11 isn't going to be caught. Old Chicken, he finds the arrow onto Jerax. He may be able to find a Rubik kill. Sunray coming down as well, but Jerax with the telekinesis holds him back up, and Tumberman sings the song of his people. They'll go for the TP out now. They're not hanging around any longer, Liquid. They'll get themselves away from EHOME.
That was some Power Ranger level shit right there. They just instantly TP'd as soon as that song came out. They're like, oh, we're out of here. No more fighting. But EHOME getting very, very close to finding a turnaround that they desperately need at this point. It just seems like Old 11's getting caught every single fight. Like he's either trying to go in for a chrono and getting caught, or he's just getting picked up by the Bat Rider, or just getting spotted out by some other vision. Just by Jerax having some sixth sense on where he actually is. I mean, granted, this time they had sentries in lane when they were pushing, so he knew he couldn't go in. But the game's still close. It's just getting a lot harder for EHOME because they're getting pushed in by Naga all the time. And they're also having to deal with the fact that every time they lose a fight, it's just so much more impactful because track's always going to be an issue. And it's level 2 track now. And this is a pipe mech bounty hunter. It's probably going to be making his way towards Guardians next, I would assume.
One so size. Needs to be careful as well. Jerax with immediate blinking into telekinesis. Silence as well. No escape for Ice. Liquid being so efficient with these catches.
Dyer's
I'll see
middle tower is
if
under
they're able to
attack.
do anything big with a push it. Looking to get themselves ready to go for a high ground attempt. It looks like they're going to wait on the ghost. Yeah, 15 seconds and Exorcism is back up. Now give them a full 30 seconds to push with it before Ice is back in the game. And to have Chrono, so EHOME can try and retaliate and see how well they can do it. Got it. Exorcism out, fortification coming out again. My control with these catches comes in and rips Old Chicken away from the base. Beautiful lasso, and that has just opened up the mid lane for Liquid to come in,
Dyer's middle tower
get the
has
tier
fallen.
3. They've got a good attempt at cleaning out the racks as well. Old 11 just being silenced by Fodder. It's hard for him to jump in on this. The melee racks are falling. EHOME, what can they do? There we have it. But Fodder's got the BKB off in time, and the heal from Jerax, the stolen Sunray doing absolute wonders, keeping the Death Prophet topped up. EHOME being forced away from the mid racks as the melee racks fall. Liquid, they are certainly doing it here.
Jesus, they are playing so well. Like, Jerax has just been a beast the entire day. And the first series we were casting when they were playing against Doobie, his Oracle was just on point. And this game, the Rubik is more of the same. He's just hitting every single steal that he needs, getting all the right spells, using them in the proper situations. Just all of it's clicking. I think that EHOME are going to follow suit and just ban Bounty Hunter the second game. Because Liquid play around this hero so well.
They really do. As you said, we saw it in the series earlier and we're seeing it right now. I just the amount of pressure that builds up against EHOME because of these plays. You're coming up to a 12k gold lead. By no means the biggest to have at 32 minutes in, but when you've got this amount of pressure being applied and you've lost the mid melee racks, it's only going to get harder, especially if Liquid are able to get their hands on Roshan. That itself, it's a hard one for them to take. They don't have a very good Roche lineup.
They need to pretty much pop Ghost for it.
Yeah.
That's how they kill the...
Yeah, they need, yeah, okay.
It's a bit of a risk though, and I don't know if it's a risk that they want to take right now. I suppose because of the item progression on Death Prophet, like he has BKB and an armor item, so that's pretty much the criteria that a Death Prophet needs to just feel almost invincible. I mean, we saw how little damage he was taking with the Sunray healing him inside of that Chronosphere last time. And I mean, they're going to start the Roshan attempt, but dear God, this is going to take forever.
They're probably goes for this.
So I'm guessing they're probably just going to give that to... I mean, they can give it to Fata, but I'm not sure. It's not the best Aegis carrier, but at this point, they're already so far ahead in terms of map control and what their lineup can do, that it might just be fine to give it to him. Or they can give it to Matu and he can drop the gem.
EHOME want to head over. Are they going to get there in time? It's falling low. Fauna needs to make sure that the exorcism is focused on this, and
Moonlight's cast.
EHOME's coming. Can they get the jump in? It's already gone down. Old Lemon gets him with the chrono. The Fauni's already picked up the Aegis, and Old Lemon taking so much damage. Has to get out. Mind control. Jumps in. Catches out the Phoenix, and at the same time, silence onto Old Lanham. They'll lose the Ogre. Finally, the Supernova comes out. But what's he going to be able to do? There's a song in response, but Man positioning himself behind Ice, ready for more blood to be pulled from the veins of EHOME. 2 dead. It's going to be a third as well as Ice silenced up with no escape.
Hey, how do you get Supernova? Alright. How? I don't even want to ask how he's able to get that spell. That's just completely insane. Was he slept as soon as the egg ended? Is that what happened?
I believe so.
So he just positioned himself in a way where the song's still going, and then he steals egg because you can't use any spells because you just slept. That is just disgusting. This game for Liquid, they're proving right now why they are one of the top contenders of this tournament.
We have, again, Jerax just immediately reacted, jumping in, getting the catch, dragging Old Lanham. Won't find the kill, but still is forcing the Terrorblade to buy back. EHOME continuously being pushed harder and harder with their backs against the wall as Liquid just proving to be the powerhouses that a lot of people did expect coming into this tournament. Chicken jumps in, but immediate reaction again from Jerax with the telekinesis, patching him out, and now Jerax forcing Old Lanham in towards the team. Old Lanham is able to force back, gets off the Sunders just in time. Old Lemon now with the chrono. Can he actually get a kill? No, because Man comes out with the Song of the Siren. Mind control is going to be A-OK by the looks of it as he backs himself off. And they'll jump forward. Old Lemon really wanting to find this kill on the Bat Rider. He will get it. The arrow connects onto Man. Old Lemon's going to look to finish off the Naga as well, but the force off the map, back onto the map. The track onto Old Lemon. Can they finish this off Man? He's stuck. He gets himself out for the time being. The Supernova Burn bringing him down, but Man, the Radiant Sorcery Heal keeping himself alive finally. The Starstone from Old Chicken kills him, but Liquid, they want to punish this. The tracks are out, the Shuriken as well, but Liquid, they're losing heroes. They've lost too many, and the EHOME, they are defending. Butters back up, silence onto Old Lanham. Kuroki's still eyeing up Fenrir. Old Lemon full goes silence, no time on. He goes down, and Jerax with the stolen Sunray, chasing down Old Lanham, tracks out as well. Another kill for Liquid. They may have lost some heroes this time, but boy, God, they made sure EHOME lost a fair few more.
I don't even know what to say. Like, every single fight, Jerax is just destroying them. He pretty much makes the fight last 20 seconds longer than it needs to by force staffing away, keeping the Naga Siren alive, baiting the entirety of EHOME into this fight that they eventually turn around by him stealing a Sunray and just throwing it into 2 heroes, healing Kuro, his Mech and Piper off cooldown at that point. They just get a really, really nice turnaround. It's like everything is just... It's synchronizing so well. I really do think you need to ban Bounty against this team. Like, maybe not first phase, but definitely think about it phase 2. Because it just... They love playing fast-paced Dota. And giving him this hero allows them to do that with very little punishment for when they make a mistake. Because I think that EHOME didn't necessarily play that bad this game. It's just that all the trades that they were making were never favoring them. And then eventually you get to this state where it's like, alright, the enemy team just has 1 or 2 more items on all their heroes because of track. And then even if we're playing at the same level, we're just not farmed as they are. So, I'm not sure. I think it's honestly a lot to do with that in Jerax, in my opinion.
Oh, and Mind Control gets the catch into Old Lanham. Old Lanham will respond immediately with the Chronosphere. Can they take down the Bat Rider? No, the Breeze is going to be kept alive. Now the Chrono onto Fodder. Can they finish off this Death Prophet? The Supernova stun is there. He's falling low, and they will get the big kill, bringing down Fodder. Old Lanham now jumping in, looking for more. Immediately action, Man with the ensnare. Jerax able to get in and control this one, so it will just be a 1-for-1 trade. Losing the Death Prophet though.
That one was not the best Chrono. I think he tried to be a bit greedy and try to catch a lot of EHOME, but he ended up just spearing his own Death Prophet in the enemy team, and that one was not that great. But Yeah, EHOME with the defense that they desperately needed, getting a high priority kill. They're still down 2 racks, but they have a tier 2 top. So it's not like Liquid can just waltz down the lane without their death corruption and get megas. They actually have to wait. And that might be enough breathing room for EHOME to find something else. But man, their heroes are so poor. Like, Mirana only has Blink Ags. It's 40 minutes in, and that is all he has, is Blink Ags. I mean, look at Matumba Man's inventory.
He's done.
Dire's
It's
top tower
6
is
slot
under
territory.
attack.
That just goes to show the difference, right? Because the Mirana has 177 CS, and the Death Prophet has 235. But the Death Prophet has like 2 more items. And that's tower kills and track.
I mean, EHOME, at this point, can they afford to try and look to make a play themselves, or do they just have to continue and
I think they
wait
have
for
to.
Liquid to come to them?
I think if you wait for Liquid to come to you, your mid and your bottom lane are going to be pushing in all the time. You're playing against Naga Siren. It's just a really hard game because the Void has to chrono in the perfect way, and if he doesn't, the Song Disengage kind of stops a lot of their incoming damage inside of the chrono, because up until this point, there's no BKB on Terrorblade. So if Terrorblade's Metamorphosis, and they chrono and there's a Song, Slice isn't doing any damage. You know, the Phoenix isn't doing any damage, the Ogre isn't, the Mirana isn't, they're just sitting there. And then how do you get a kill inside chrono? So it's putting a lot of pressure on Old 11 to make sure that he's landing these spells, and I don't envy his position at all, because this is a ridiculously hard game to play Void.
It really is. And, I mean, with the money that he's got, what kind of item can he pick up to... I mean, what does he need? Is it damage?
He probably needs Blink.
Okay.
Like, if you want to catch the right heroes, the best thing you can do to accomplish that is to buy another mobility item. Granted, they also kind of have a damage problem. I think that landing the better chrono is more important for now. But here come Liquid. Post popped.
I'll see what EHOME can do to stop it. They obviously had issues on the bottom lane and the mid lane in terms of stopping Liquid's push. Goes out. Rider. Taking the tower down to below half. And I'll need to look for more. Old Lanham will force him in. And Old Lanham could have just spelled his own demise. He's falling incredibly low. 5-pound Stone Ray keeps him alive. Okay, mind control going in deep again, making sure there'll be no supernova this fight. Mind control consistent with the lassos to kick the team fights off. A song from Matumba Man. That's going to allow Liquid to move in as close as they want. They do need to be aware that Old 11 still has the chrono, but Jarex has his own. Old 11 comes out with a chrono in response, catching out Marta, but he just doesn't have the damage alone to kill this Death from it. Starfall comes through, but it's not enough. The Crypt Swarms rip through EHOME. 3 heroes down. Mind control chasing them back to the base. There'll be a buyback from Old Lanham, but they've lost the Mirana. Old 11's back to the fountain, and GG is called. Liquid take game 1 here, 40 to 22 and 42 minutes in. And what a performance. What a performance. And game 2 is going to be insane.
Dude, anyone who has a Jarex card right now is just like, yes, Jarex card. By the way, just to throw this in there, after he stole Chrono and hit 3 heroes, he stole Arrow and arrowed Ice. And that's why he couldn't Sunder and died. The guy's actually just a god playing Rubik. Like, honestly, I don't even know what to say. That was just a clinic.
32 assists.
It was